Ahoy everyone, my name is theSirhc and welcome back to another episode here on the Colonies, my single player Minecraft world. Last episode we updated to Minecraft 1.14, the pre-release, and we checked out a bunch of the new features that we have. We are still in the pre-releases today. We're in pre-release number 5, so the full release should be around the corner. I would think it'd be out this next week. I guess it just depends on how the bug fixing goes. But today we're going to be continuing looking at the 1.14 features. There's some stuff that I kind of overlooked last time, didn't have time for, especially with the villagers. There's a lot of, we didn't really go too deep into the trading, and I didn't even mention the village raids that can happen. So we're going to try and fight one of those later on in this episode. First though, I've been doing some updating around here in Salt Cliff using the new 1.14 blocks. So I figured we'd take a little tour around to check out what it looks like. Of course, we have the new andesite slabs that I can add into the road here. We have the prismarine walls there. I mixed in some stone brick walls into the town hall here. I did leave these cobble walls because I kind of like the contrast that adds. I think that looks pretty neat. I switched out the cobble walls here to brick just because I didn't want so much gray in there, and brick was kind of the only one that looked kind of good. I stuck some of these functional blocks around, like the lectern here in the scribe. I have some smokers here in the butcher shop. We have the new cartography table here up with the cartographer. I switched out all of the tables in here and in some of the houses as well with the scaffolding. I think that looks so much better than just having the birch trapdoors. Looks pretty neat. And then of course we have the loom over here in the banner shop that I still need to finish and work on, as well as the pillager banners, hung those up here. The biggest change I did here though is I've gotten rid of lots of torches and replaced them with these new lanterns, so you can see those hanging all around. These things are amazing. They are, I mean, they look really nice, but also you can just hang them like in the middle of a room, and it seems to light the whole room up pretty well rather than having several torches around the outside. So we've got lanterns everywhere, just spammed. Even out here, I put a lantern up in here, and it's a really nice way to just hide a little bit of lighting in there. So we got them hanging outside all these entrances. Here I have a little fence to hang it from, and we have some walls over here to hang them from on the front of the town hall. The only problem with these lanterns is trying to find a spot to hang them. Like in here, it's all just slab roof, so I was able to put one over here on this log, and then I just stuck one on top of the furnace here. I could bring down, put like some more logs through here, make some full blocks to hang from, but this works out pretty nicely. And like over here in the cartography shop, this is all just trapdoor floor with a room up above, kind of a apartment up above. And so I had to kind of just take down some of these trapdoors and hang them up on the full blocks in certain spots. And I did some testing down here to figure out where all you can place and hang lanterns. I think I found all of the possibilities. So for the most part, you can place or hang lanterns. You can attach them to a flat surface as long as it's at least 4 pixels wide. The only exception is the end rods. End rods are kind of a special case there. So you can stick them on the flat surface of a stair or hang them from. You can put them on top or the bottom of a wall or a fence. You can hang them or place them on top of a trapdoor, but if you open the trapdoor, it pops them off. So that's you have to be careful with that. You can put them on an anvil. You can't put them on top of a hopper because there's this hole in the top, but you can hang them from a hopper. You can hang them from a chest, the bottom of a chest, because it's a flat surface, whereas the top of a chest, it's slightly below, the top of the block, so you can't put them on top. You can hang them and put them on top of a glass block. You can't do it with like a leaf block. You can't do it from an iron bar or a glass pane, but you can do it from an end rod, like I said, and it can be either end, either the thicker end there or the thinner. I think that's maybe why there's an exception, because one end of the end rod is 4 wide, and I guess the hitbox is 4 pixels wide, whereas the hitbox for a glass pane and an iron bar are only 2 pixels. One thing that I found really strange though is flower pots can just float. These lanterns can't, but flower pots can, which means you can actually hang a lantern from a flower pot, which I just think is hilarious and weird and, you know, logic. I think my favorite of all of these, though, is definitely the end rods. If you want to hang the lantern a little bit lower from the ceiling, this is definitely the way to go. Or if you want a real fancy little light post, this works really awesome. I mean, you already have light coming from the end rods, but adding the lantern there just adds a really nice bit of decoration to the top. I want to take a look at this cartography table again. So we got a little map here, and if we stick it in there, it gives us a nice preview. We got a few things we can do to it. One thing is we can expand the map by adding a piece of paper. Now before, this used to cost 8 paper in a crafting grid, so it's nice that it's a little bit cheaper. You can also copy it by adding another empty map. Then you can copy it and get 2 of them. You can also, which I didn't show last time, you can lock the map. So if we add a glass pane to it, that creates a locked map. And I think, yeah, there it says locked in the tooltip, which means that this map won't change. So now I've cleaned up my mess here, and both maps are still the same because they're on item frames. But if we pop them off and update them, this map gets updated while the locked one stays the same. Now, I wish they added a couple of other features to the cartography table here. One of them is they did add a feature at one point where you could shrink a map by combining it with shears in your crafting grid. It'd be cool if they added that back in here, just another function to this table. Another thing that I would really love, and I've talked about this before several times, but a while ago they made a change so that when you make a map larger, the map will align to a grid. And so here, the map that we had isn't actually in the center. Instead, it's up in the upper left. And they made this so that if you want to make a big map wall with multiple maps, all of the maps will always line up perfectly. It's nice for that feature. But if you're trying to make a large map of a build that you're doing and you want it to be in the middle of the map, you don't have that option anymore. And now that we have this new GUI, it would be really cool if they added an option in here so that when you expand the map, you can choose whether to have it aligned to the grid so you can make a map wall, or to keep your map in the middle, right in the middle, and it actually expands it equally on all the sides, and maybe even have a preview, you know, of what it's going to look like afterwards. That'd be pretty awesome. I'd love for them to add that, but who knows. All right, on to the villagers. So this here is our trading village called Grand Marais. We built this a while ago, and man, I really like this. It's good coming back here. It's just got a very organic feel to it. All the villagers live in these like beehive huts. We got a few farms around, lots of like barrels, and I have stacks of dried kelp to kind of symbolize paper. Because the main farm here is this giant marsh that we have here, this giant sugarcane field, so we can get tons of paper for trading with the villagers. Today we're going to try and trade with these villagers a little bit and update this place up to 114. We do have some beds here already, so we have places for the villagers to sleep. Although I think we're gonna need more beds if we want more villagers breeding up. Everyone's getting hearts, but I don't see any babies actually being created. Also, a lot of these villagers don't have professions, so we'll have to get some workstations down for them. It does look like some of them carried over. Some of the old villagers carried their professions over. Maybe it's the ones that we actually traded with. So these guys are, oh, they don't even have an experience bar. They just have the old trades. That's interesting. There was originally a vanilla village here, and I did delete some chunks to update the village to 1.14. That's why we have a just partial house of the old village, and I did delete some of my marsh, but that's alright. I can fix that back up. So this is the original village that we had in this area, just updated to the new style. Mainly just because I wanted to check it out and see what it looks like and maybe play around with it. Also, ooh, there is a bell here. Maybe we'll take that and stick that over in Grand Marais. I think eventually I will destroy this, tear it down, because we have our village over there and we don't need this one. I think I want the meeting spot of this village to be this big fire pit, and a bell doesn't really go with a fire pit, so I think what we're gonna do is just hide the bell. It should still work. They'll still be in proximity to it. That way, at whatever time it was, evening time or whatever, the villagers will come gather around here, which is good because they seem to stick around that side of the village a lot, and I'd like them to spend a little bit more time over here. Now, as for villager professions, these are all of the workstations that you need. We have blast furnace for the armorer, smoker for the butcher, cartography table for the cartographer, brewing stand for the cleric, composter for the farmer, barrel for the fisherman, fletching table for the fletcher, cauldron for the leather worker, lectern for the librarian, loom for the shepherd, stone cutter for the new mason, smithing table for the toolsmith, and a grindstone for the weaponsmith. By the way, speaking of the stone cutter, it would be really nice if we got a sawmill block that works the same as the stone cutter, but for wood blocks. Now, my favorite villagers are the farmers and the librarians. The farmers seem to be the easiest ones to get emeralds from. I don't know how that changes with the new trading mechanics, but they buy a lot of very easy to get things like wheat, potatoes, carrots, pumpkins, and melons. Librarians are great because, of course, they sell the enchanted books, so it's an easy way to get enchants like mending and other high tier enchants. Also, they do have the paper trade, and paper, obviously, I have lots of it here. I think we're also going to want quite a few clerics because they seem to have a lot of unique items. So it might be nice to get some of those. So I did bring multiples of these. I think we're going to start placing these down. And maybe for now, just to kind of get this going, we're just going to place these down in the center to start giving these guys professions. And then I can find actual places for these. I'm going to have to kind of do some redecorating around here to add in more beds and figure out where I want these. Obviously, the composters, I can just take out these fake barrels that we have in here and stick those in their place. I'm starting to trade with these villagers, and I noticed that their belt actually changes with whatever level they are. So this guy here is a master, and when they become a master, they lose their experience bar. That's why some of those old villagers didn't have one, I'm assuming, because they were already masters. I've seen a lot of diamond belts around, and most of them are with the old trades. But if you look around at everyone's belts, there's lots of stone belts around because most of these are novices. I think, yeah, this guy here is an apprentice, so I think that's an iron belt. Then it goes gold, and then emerald, and then finally the diamond for the master. So these are some of the master trades here. We actually unlocked golden carrots and glycerin melons, which is pretty neat. Also, I totally forgot about the suspicious stew. This is a very weird item. It's a stew that gives you a potion effect. It's crafted just like mushroom stew, except you add a flour, and depending on what kind of flour you add, that will change what potion effect it gives you. So you can craft this stuff, you can buy it from villagers, and you don't know what kind you're getting from the villagers. Or you can actually get it from brown mushrooms, which are red mushrooms struck by lightning. And then you can feed the brown mushroom a flower, and the next time you milk it with a bowl, it will give you a suspicious stew. So let's buy one of these and try it out. All right, I am hungry enough, so let's check this out. And ow, I got poison. No. So it gives you just like 15 seconds of the potion effect. And I believe if we buy that same stew from that same farmer villager, it will always be this one. It will always be the poison effect. I really like this feature where if you're holding an item that the villagers want, they'll show you what they'll give it to you for. So if you want to find someone buying carrots, you can just hold out the carrots, and there you go. Also, I think I found an exploit where these old villagers, like this one here is an older one, they don't seem to lock out their trades. So if we can just keep trading and it never goes away. These guys are going to be kind of valuable, I think. I think it's time to check out and try and take on these new village raids. So the way you do that is you enter a village with the bad omen status effect. And you get the bad omen status effect by killing the pillager captains, like this one right here. Yes, we killed him. So now I should have gone from Bad Omen 4 to Bad Omen 5. Yep, that is the max Bad Omen effect that you can have, which means I've killed 5 of these pillager captains. So there we just killed another one, and oh, we are up to 6. Oh, wait a sec. We do have another guy here. Okay, now we're at 6. Maybe 6 is the max then. Okay, so we're up to Bad Omen 6, which means we should get the highest level raid that we can. Now, I did kill a pillager captain last episode, but I'm guessing it didn't give me the Bad Omen effect because he died from fall damage. It did give me the achievement for killing one, because I knocked him off of the tower and he fell down, but it didn't give me the status effect. So now all we have to do is enter a village and a raid should begin. And it has begun. We're going to do the raid here in Grand Marais. I think it's the best place to do it. We do have this big wall all the way around the village protecting it, so our villagers should be safe. Sounds like everyone's panicking, ringing the bell, trying to get everyone warned and to safety. So, looks like the raid bar is full. Oh, there they are. They're coming across the river there. So, yeah, we got, looks like we got a Vindicator holding the banner. Oh, Iron Golem, don't get in my way, dude. Looks like he's going out to try and defend the village, but he's not going to get a chance to actually attack these guys. They are stuck outside the wall, and this is actually a perfect spot to just pick them all off. And we got one remaining. There we go. First wave done. Looks like the second wave is getting ready. Let's hop over here and see if there's anything. Oh, there's some emeralds, and we got another banner. That's nice. Let's step back inside. I wonder if they're going to keep coming from that side, or if they like change directions. I'm a little worried if they come through this sugarcane field over there. Oh, there they are. And now they have a big hole in front of them. Yeah, you're just going to get stuck down there, aren't you? They don't know what to do. This village is almost a little too protected. We got a big sugarcane field on one side that might be hard to navigate through. We have a fence all the way around. We got a hole on one side. We got this river protecting this side. Dang, these Vindicators are fast. They're kind of hard to hit sometimes. Let's take these guys out. Ouch. They can't actually hit me when I'm standing here on the wall, though. A little bit of a problem. Okay, you're dead. And then we just have the banner captain here. Oh, no, there's one more somewhere. Well, that was weird. I never actually got the last guy on the last wave. It stayed at one remaining, but all of a sudden we have a new wave coming. So I guess we'll just take care of these guys. And we do have a witch coming in. Also, we got a ravager up there. Those guys are awesome. I really want to capture one of those. We won't be able to do that today because I do want to finish this raid as well. And we can't leave them alive if we want to actually win the raid. But he doesn't... I don't know, are you stuck here? There, let's get you down there. Go attack the village. Go get it. I'll help you. I'll beat you over there. Ouch. Ooh. They do. Oh, that. Yeah, they kind of hurt. Let's. Oh, they can move a little fast. Okay. Definitely a strong guy there. And another wave complete. Let's maybe head back inside. Make sure we take cover here. Looks like we just have a few guys left down here. Most of them are witches. So let's take out this guy with the crossbow. And then take out all of these ladies. And... oh, come on. Oh, I heard another crossbow. There's another guy. Okay. 2 remaining. So there's still one more somewhere. There he is, just running around the sugarcane field, hiding in it. Let's take you out and get to the next wave. There we go. Ooh, I see a new mob. We have an evoker running in. I'm a little worried about these guys because they shoot out the Vex guys. Yeah, don't do it. Okay. Oh my gosh, he actually dropped a totem of undying too. That's pretty neat. So we can get totems from the raids now instead of having to travel out to the woodland mansions. And I guess that makes them renewable since I think in the woodland mansions only a certain number of the evokers spawn. Let's grab that totem, and I'm guessing there's a Ravager somewhere back here because the boss bar is still, or the raid bar is still pretty high. There's a guy there. Yeah, it looks like there's a Ravager over there. Let's take care of him first. Okay, he's dead. Now 2 remaining. I think the Ravager had someone, yep, riding on. So let's go take this beast out. Man, all these trees are really causing them problems. Just stay away. Oh no. Oh no, he's gaining on me. Go. There we go. Okay, and then you just gotta take out this guy. Oh, he's so fast. There we go. And a wave complete. They seem to come from mainly one direction. None of them have come from over there, unless the sugarcane is actually stopping them from spawning over there. Like it's the sugarcane is where they would want to spawn, so they can't over there. Oh crap, we have an evoker. Oh, and they shut out Vexes. Oh crap. Where are they? Just stay away. No. Stay away. Oh, I need to eat. These guys are the only ones I'm really afraid of here. Just because they fly so fast. Ah. Alright, come on. Come on. That one's dead, I think. Was that one dead? Oh, they can go through blocks too, which makes it really confusing. Is there another evoker in there? Man, they're doing some damage. We got 2 left. Who else? Okay, we got a Vindicator and a Witch. This is fine. Oh, and a Totem of Undying. Fantastic. I should, do you have to just have these in your inventory? Or do you have to actually be holding it if you die? Like, do I have to put this in my offhand? I don't remember how these totems work. Oh, that Ravager's got an evoker. No. No. Get rid of him. And then deal with these Vexes. Oh, get out of here. Dang it. No. Stop. Oh, man. Ow, it hurts. No. Come on. Well, apparently you do have to be holding the Totem of Undying. It must have to be in your offhand. Luckily, I did sleep here. So let's grab my stuff. Yeah, get 'em, Iron Golems. Do your job. Take care of business. Let me get my stuff back here. Oh, we have a new raid, or a new wave coming in. Oh, but this wave isn't gone. That's interesting. So it's just sending more because we've taken too long, I guess. And it's giving, it's actually showing the outline of these. That's really weird and interesting. Only 2 remaining in this wave, apparently. Wonder if that counts the ones that, any that are left from before. Let's go down here and grab some loot real quick. Oh, it looks like another wave is coming. I don't know if I finished that last one. I think it still said 1 remaining, but we do have more coming in. Oh, they're coming over the hill over there. I want to grab this stuff, and maybe we can take them out before they cross the river. By the way, I am using my bow instead of the crossbow. The crossbow is a really neat weapon. The only problem I have with it is, even though it's stronger than a base bow, a bow you can enchant with power 5 and flame and punch, and a fully enchanted bow, which is what I have, is so much better than a crossbow. It's kind of, it probably shoots about the same speed. Although it's all in one action rather than having to like load it and then let go and then right click. It's all just in one smooth motion. Just hold down and then let go. And then of course we have the power 5. It has infinity, so I'm not using up my arrows and I don't have to worry about running low on those. And I've got flame, which just does that extra damage. And another wave is coming in. I haven't been keeping track. I think there's like 7 waves in the highest level raid, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, and they're coming down the river. Do I see any evokers? Let's see if we can take them out from back here. Some nice volley shots. Oh, we're missing. There we go. We hit a witch. I think it's just a witch somewhere back here. I was trying to shoot it for a while, but it was sitting like right behind some trees. There you are. All right, let's take you out and move on to the next wave. All right. And there they are coming over the hill, just pouring out. Oh, I do see some evokers. I want to try and get those guys first, although, dang, so fast. There we go. Just want to make sure that I hit them twice in a row real quickly, because it seems like they don't shoot out the Vexes until they get damaged. So you have just a short amount of time to get that second shot off. Oh, it looks like they're coming from the same spot. Let's get rid of that guy. Oh, no, come on. His buddy took the shot for him. And that's the only evoker that I see. This would be a lot harder if they sent out more of those. And there's just one more little Vindicator out here. You're dead. Let's go pick up some of this loot as the next wave is coming in. And we got another evoker. Oh, he shot out at Vexes. Well, let's get rid of him quickly. And then we'll try and get rid of... Ouch, no. Ow. It hurts. It hurts so much. Let's hide real quick. I'm not afraid to be a chicken and hide. Oh, but that's right. They can go through blocks. Where are you? You little devil. Where are you? Go after the Iron Golem. Let him take you out. Oh no, I hit the Iron Golem. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry, Iron Golem. I'm sorry. You were just you were in the way. This was your fault. All right, let's focus on the real threat. We need to band together in these trying times. You actually got through here? Are you kidding me? What is happening? Is he still gonna be mad at me? He seems to be walking towards me. No. Maybe? I can't tell, honestly. Please don't be mad at me. We need to band together. And of course I wasted a totem of him dying there. And then just died right away anyways. Alright, can we get back to the real threat here? These dang raiders. There you are. We only have 2 remaining, and I think this might be it. This might be the end here. So once we kill these 2 Ravagers that are just stuck down here in the cave, we may have completed this raid. Defeated it. Let's just not die here. And come on. Final blow. There we go. We did it. Hero of the village. We are the victors. We only died a couple of times. Although, to be fair, one of those times was to an Iron Golem who should have been on our side. So this is amazing. Everyone's throwing a celebration for us. We got fireworks going off. That is so cool. I love fireworks in this game. Anytime we get to watch them. Oh, although I gotta say, they're kind of cheap fireworks. They're not going for any of the fancy, like, creeper heads or sparkles. I'm a little disappointed. No, that was really cool. And also, I think now we should... Oh yeah, things are a lot cheaper. Look at that. Things are like half the price. 19 to 12. What else we got? 19 to 14, 6 to 5. That's not as cheap. 32 to 23. Still pretty great prices now that we are the hero of the village. 26 to 18, 22 to 15. Oh, and they actually throw stuff at you too. Look at this. They're throwing things. I got a pumpkin pie, books, lapis, redstone. Yeah, just keep tossing stuff my way. That is amazing. I am your hero. So now we have this hero of the village status effect, and it doesn't have a time limit. So I don't know if it ever wears out, but it does only work for this village. It will only work with these villages, trading with these villagers. Another long episode today, but I have a few more features I wanted to mention. One of them is the new berry bushes that we got in the taiga, part of the biome overhaul or biome improvements they were working on early on in 1.14. We got these berry bushes, which hurt you a little bit. And you can actually pull off the berry. You can eat these, or you can plant them down to make another berry bush. We also had foxes added in with the taiga, and the campfire was part of that group of changes as well. We got a few new flowers. We have the lily of the valley and the coneflower. These can be used to get white dye and blue dye. There's also a wither rose, although that one's kind of hard to get. You have to have a wither kill a mob, and then the wither rose will be planted on the block the mob is killed on. That will give you black dye. So now you can get all of the different dyes from flowers. Also, that means that they've actually added dye for white, blue, black, and brown. We actually have dyes for all these, so you can craft like lapis into blue dye, bone meal into white, the squid into black, and the cocoa beans into brown. We got some new note block sounds, so we now have a total of 16 different instruments you can play with these. We got the harp piano, we got double bass, snare drum, clicks and sticks, bass drum, bell, flute, chime, guitar, xylophone, iron xylophone, cowbell, didgeridoo, bit or square wave, banjo, and pling, which is just like a stronger harp. And finally, you can actually crouch underneath slabs now. So when you sneak, you become short enough to fit in a 1.5 block tall space. Now let's end off today's episode with the comment. It says, "God damn it, is that the script to Shrek? At least you didn't put the B-movie script." That was from Red the Destroyer. And yes, it was the script to Shrek that I had shown very briefly last episode. Got it right here. I filled up an entire book with as much of the script as I could, which is about the first act of Shrek. It goes up to right before Lord Farquaad tasks Shrek to go save Fiona. And it was way too much work. I put way too much effort into this. I'm glad someone noticed, because otherwise it would have been for nothing. And that's it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed another episode here on the Colonies. Next episode, we will be moving away from the 1.14 features and actually getting back into some projects. What those projects will be, I have not decided yet, but make sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, folks.